Hey y'all, it's Alyssa, aka Banks and Glasses. I am back with a layout share for you guys, and these are all photos for our Santa Fe trip that we took last year. And yeah, I have, let's see, how many layouts? I have 22 layouts to share with you all. So if you're looking for some travel themed layouts, this is a great video for you. Or if you just want to see our Santa Fe trip. So I have scrapbooked all of the photos from this trip, and I'm going to show you all the layouts in the order that they will appear in the actual album, although I did not create all of them in chronological order. So this first layout is very simple. It's just using pocket pages, and I just used the photos and added some stickers to the top. And then the back is much more exciting. I did more of an actual like project life kind of layout. So this layout is using a lot of Studio Calico Wanderlust paper and then Journey chipboard. I used a lot of Prima Golden Desert throughout this part of my album, and some pink Paislee paper as well. So this covers, you know, like our hotel room, which was super cool. Just talking about like why we took this trip. It was to celebrate our 3rd wedding anniversary. And then photos of us eating at a restaurant on the first night. This is kind of where I started to experiment using more smaller photos on layouts. So that was really exciting. And I just really like how that came out. Okay, next, going into the traditional 12 by 12 layouts, I really like how this came out, just using a bunch of different titles and thickers on this page. So this page, the background paper is from Studio Calico Thataway, which is an older collection. And then these are mostly all from one sticker sheet from Hobby Lobby, and then a couple of these are from a different thicker set. So this one is just titled Hello Santa Fe. And then, yeah, this is kind of just the view of us driving into town for the first time, being able to see the mountains, which is really cool because this is my first time actually seeing mountains. All right, next, this is us, you know, starting to explore the city. So this one is called Happy Day. I use Studio Calico Wanderlust paper. And then the rest is from a Hobby Lobby kit that was cactus themed, which I thought was perfect for New Mexico and Santa Fe. And I did some splatters on here as well. Again, I got to put 4 photos on here by making them a smaller size, and I really like how that came out. And I think it's kind of encouraging me to use smaller photos to get more photos on the layout. Next, this is one of my favorite layouts that I ended up creating. So this one is called Think Happy. Again, we have a Studio Calico Wanderlust paper for the back, which I'm glad I got used because I don't like this paper. And then I used some more of that Hobby Lobby cactus kit. I also got to use some Maggie Holmes Sweet Story. I really wanted to bring in some hot air balloons because Santa Fe is known for you know, the hot air balloon festival. New Mexico is known for that, so I thought that was fun to incorporate. And then this is us just eating at a restaurant, and I got to try this really yummy prickly pear lemonade. It was so good. So I wanted to kind of bring out this pink color, pink purpley lemonade color, and use a lot of yellow because it was lemonade. Next, this is also using Maggie Holmes Sweet Story, and this is a very flimsy paper. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of the, you know, actual full 12 by 12 sheets of this collection, but this one is titled Sweet Memories, so it's Maggie Holmes Sweet Story mostly, and then a little bit of that Hobby Lobby cactus kit still, and some of the papers. This was us just eating ice cream in the town square later on in the day. It was really cool. They had like all these street lights that had like dried chili peppers hanging from them. Thought that was super neat. So I got to use just a lot of like ice cream themed and like sweets themed stuff on this layout. And I really like how I was able to use this background paper. All right, so then this next layout is called Hotel Fun, and this is using all Shimelle Head in the Clouds, which is a collection I'm trying to use up. I don't have very much of it left, and it's one of those collections that's very specific, so it's kind of hard to incorporate into different things. But this is us just back at the hotel. One of our favorite things to do when we're at hotels is just you know, find movies on TV, and Shrek was on, which is one of our favorite movies, so I wanted to use a lot of like fantasy themed stuff, which this collection's perfect for. And then I also had this photo of the books that I picked up on the trip. We went to a thrift store, and I picked up a bunch of books for really cheap, and this is the book I read while we were on that trip, and I finished it on the trip, and it was so good. So I thought all of these just worked really well together and got to use up some more of that collection. All right, so this next part is a 2-page layout. So these go together like this. And these layouts are all about us going to Meow Wolf, which is this really cool art exhibition that they have in Santa Fe. They have a couple more around the country, but this is one of the main reasons we decided to go to Santa Fe, was to go see this exhibit. So these are just all the photos from Meow Wolf. I was super excited to scrap this. So for these layouts, I used some more paper from that Hobby Lobby kit, and then a little bit of Damask Love Sunshine Boulevard. And then this is a really photo heavy 2-page layout, so I didn't really add any embellishments. I just wanted to focus on the photos because they're so bright and colorful. And I did create a little pocket out of a postcard, so I put in the little brochure about it and did some journaling about what we thought of the exhibit. But it was so fun. If you have a chance to go to Meow Wolf, I definitely recommend it. It's like a giant playground for grown-ups. It was so fun. So that is that 2-page layout. One of my first times doing a 2-page layout like that. Okay, so this is also from Meow Wolf. These are 2 photos that I took of just one section of Meow Wolf, and all these like pastel candy colored things. So I really wanted to play that up and bring in a lot of like candy and pastel color things. So this background paper is a holographic paper from one of those Hobby Lobby kits, and then a little bit more paper from the Damask Love Sunshine Boulevard collection. And then I just got to use all this candy themed stuff that I've had in my stash forever. A little bit of Maggie Holmes Sweet Story as well. But yeah, I just wanted to really highlight the photos in the area that was my favorite at Meow Wolf. I cut this out of the gift bag I got. I saved that and cut that out. So that's something you can do too, is when you're on a trip, you know, just save the paper, save ephemeral stuff, and add it into your layouts. So I really like that. I love holographic. Okay, next, this is like a really simple layout. I just wanted to kind of focus on the photos and not use a bunch of embellishments. So this is Damask Love Sunshine Boulevard paper. I really like the bright fun colors. I feel like that really represents Meow Wolf and the whole experience. And then I got to use 2 of the big letters from Maggie Holmes Sunny Days, which are really difficult to use, so I just did MW for Meow Wolf. And then I got to add some acrylic pieces from Color Cast Designs. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's all the collections. And then these photos, these are the big structures they have outside of Meow Wolf. So I got a bunch of, or a couple photos of my husband with those different sculptures that were really neat. All right, so now we're done with Meow Wolf and we're moving back into just Santa Fe stuff. So this is a photo of us going out to eat. I feel like this is kind of the fanciest restaurant we went to. It wasn't very fancy, but so I decided to make this layout be titled 3 Years with this giant 3 from Maggie Holmes Sunny Days. And then I got to use some more Studio Calico Thataway and Wanderlust paper in the back. A little bit of here and there from crepe paper. A lot more stuff from the Prima Golden Desert. Yeah, I just wanted to really bring out a little bit of the colors of this fancy drink I got, and like the feathers, using like yellow, this kind of tealy green, and red. And I loved getting to use this paper on a bunch of the Santa Fe layouts. I think it went so well with the theme. The little cactuses tucked in everywhere. I think that just works so well for Santa Fe. All right, and then next, this is the start of a new day. So we grabbed some coffee and some pastries for breakfast. So this one is titled Coffee Time, and it's just 2 photos of me, drinking my coffee, eating my pastry. I love getting to use like coffee themed embellishments on here. So this background paper, all the papers from the Here and There collection. This acrylic piece is from Color Cast Designs. And then there's just kind of some random coffee themed things going on. I loved getting to use this Vespa, which just kind of goes with the pink. This building is kind of like a pink sandy color, so this background paper worked perfectly, and adding in a little bit of pink, and then also some blue to play off my hoodie that I was wearing. I like all the different textures that are throughout this. We got like some cork, some cardboard, some fiber. So that was really fun. Okay, and then next we have this layout called Dream Come True. This is a Vicky Bouton pre-made mixed media paper. And then I just used a lot of Hobby Lobby stickers that I got on clearance. And I had all my photos just lined up in a row. This is us just kind of sitting and hanging out in the square that's in the middle of town. And I got to use some like travel themed things as well, which you don't get to use very often unless you're traveling. So I thought that was really fun. You get to bring out this great sky blue color, and then also some pink and that bright blue color from my mask. All right, next, this is another one of my favorite layouts just because there's so much stuff on it and I got to use so many colors. So this is us at the New Mexico Museum of Art. I still need to do my journaling here. So I just took a photo of me like looking at some of the landscape paintings. There's another photo down here of some of the paintings that I really liked. And then this is a card from the gift shop, which has a Georgia O'Keeffe painting on there, so I added that in as well. And this is a Vicky Bouton pre-made mixed media paper. The colors went so well, and I think using mixed media for you know, a layout about art was really cool. And then a bunch of this stuff is just random embellishments from my stash that are in this little like bucket I have of just things I'm trying to use up that don't belong anywhere. So I was really excited to get to use up a lot of stuff that I've been trying to get rid of. Again, we got another cactus on here, little cactuses kind of tucked in, because I think that really represents New Mexico. All right, next, this is a very like neutral layout, and I'm not usually a neutrals girl, but these photos had a lot of like the adobe in there. That was that nice, you know, adobe sandy color. So I wanted to really like make that pop in these photos. These are some more photos from the museum. This is what the museum looks like on the outside. I really love the, you know, architecture of New Mexico. So does my husband. And it's something super unique. So I wanted to really make sure I had photos of that in this album. So this one is using a Studio Calico Wanderlust background paper, and then some more embellishments from, you know, here and there in that Prima Golden Desert collection. There's a couple cactuses in there. I really wanted to just use up a lot of like the browns and neutrals. There's a little bit of blue in here on this piece, but mostly just neutral colors. All right, and then next, this is another layout with 4 photos on it. Proud of myself for getting 4 photos on the page. I also got to use some more of those giant letters from Maggie Holmes Sunny Days to say Santa Fe on there. For the paper, this is again Studio Calico Wanderlust. Got some here and there collection, embellishments, and a couple of just like random things from my stash. And this is more of like a grid kind of layout, which I don't normally do, but I think it was useful to get, you know, the 4 photos on there. This is us, you know, continuing to wander around Santa Fe after going to the museum. So we went around and we saw like this building, which I think is a church. I don't remember the name of it. And then we went and walked to the Capitol building, which is really cool. And there's like a cool statue there. This is my husband in front of a statue in front of the art museum. So I really wanted to bring out like that blue color. And then I got to incorporate, you know, some like green and some yellow, just because these photos are so neutral. So that's really fun to do, like when you have a lot of really neutral photos, is you can really go in a lot of different directions with the colors that you choose. Okay, so kind of like diverting to a totally different kind of style of layout or collection here. So this is us back in the hotel. We got to watch another movie, and we watched The Little Mermaid, which is my favorite Disney movie growing up. And this is a layout I directly lifted from Pinterest. Her layout that I saw on Pinterest, it was these exact papers all together, this same collection. My photos placement was just a little different in how I did my title. So this is again using Shimelle Head in the Clouds. It's called One Mermazing Day. And it's just a photo of me and us watching the movie back in the hotel, trying to use up that collection once again. And what else am I going to use, like mermaid things? So I thought that was a great way to use this collection. Okay, and then we're getting to our final day here in Santa Fe. I used a lot of Vicky Bouton paper here. I wanted to bring out the orange. That was this wall color in the restaurant we went to that morning. This one's just titled I Love Right Now. I got to use a bunch of just random embellishments from that bin that I have of just random things. This was our actual wedding anniversary day, and we just started the day out getting brunch. I also got to use a sticker that I picked up while in Santa Fe, and I think, you know, orange and blue look great together, so I really liked that contrast and being able to use that sticker there. All right, next, so this is us in another museum. We were at the New Mexico History Museum. I have the actual ticket to the museum here, which shows the building that it's in. And I got to do kind of a grid photo here of just some random photos I took while at the exhibit. I got to use this really old paper from Studio Calico Thataway, which is a really old collection, just using up some random bits and pieces. I got to use these teepees, which I never thought I would be able to use. But the museum was really cool and went through like from the beginning of Native American history of New Mexico all the way through modern times. So there was a lot to see in that museum. So this one's just titled Let's Go. And I got to use up some more of those cactuses that I was trying to put on every page. Alright, so this is another photo of me at that museum. They had this kind of Rosie the Riveter statue here, so I wanted to do kind of like a girl power themed layout. This is another Vicki Boutin paper that was just so perfect with the colors that are in this. And then I wanted to bring in some embellishments from My Mind's Eye One of a Kind, just because I have a hard time using that collection, and it's like a very girl power collection. And then this is the second to last, or no, this is the last layout here. And it's just titled Great Memories. So this is us leaving New Mexico. You can still see the mountains in the skyline. I wanted to use kind of just the rest of the specific things I had that I wanted to use for this trip. So I even got to bring in some like Dollar Tree things and mixing them with like Prima. So kind of like, you know, the expensive designer stuff with like the really cheapy stuff. And this background paper and is from Studio Calico Thataway again. So using up some more of that collection. I layered this 3 times to get rid of some more paper. And I got to journal just about like how I felt about the trip overall. So that is it. That's all the layouts I have that I made for this trip. Thank you all for watching. If you watched all the way through, I hope I gave you some inspiration for your travel theme layouts, and I'll see you all in the next crafty video. Bye!